Hey, how's it going, everyone? Back again for another episode of The Final Whistle with myself, Lane Dayton. And as you can see, I'm going to be talking about the Canadian national team. I think this is an emerging stars, bunch of great talent on this team, and I think they could go a long way in the Concacaf division and maybe make the World Cup, hopefully, which I think is very possible in this Concacaf division with the likes of USA and Mexico. And they're not playing in the CONCACAF qualifiers right now because they got bumped up into higher tier, and Canada got knocked down to play in the CONCACAF qualifiers, which a lot of people in Canada are against and don't like the idea of us playing the likes of Aruba, Bermuda, Cayman Islands, Suriname. But I think it's fantastic, and I think it's a lot of good experience for these young boys, and they need it because in the CONCACAF division you don't get many games, and I think you need the games because then you grow as a team, you grow as a bond, and you get chemistry. You know each other, you know how each other play before you go into the bigger games like the U.S., Mexico, Jamaica, Costa Rica, so on. And you get to play like these lower teams. Yes, we pounded Cayman Islands 11-0. I want to talk about that a little bit. And I think it was great seeing debutant Theo Corbianu play. He looked amazing. Frank Sturring, who plays in the Dutch second division. Ricardo Ferreira, I think he was a great player to bring in from Portugal. Fantastic work by John Herdman to bring him in. And I think it was some amazing debutants and a great performance all in all by Canada. Yes, it's the Cayman Islands. They still have some speed up top, and it was great to see Sturring and Ricardo Ferreira look great back there together. And I think the most amazing thing I saw in the game wasn't on the pitch. It was off the pitch. When I was watching a stream, I wasn't watching on One Soccer. I was watching a stream, and you could hear John Herdman yelling from the sidelines, "Switch on. We need another one. Push on. Let's score again." And a lot of people would criticize this probably and say, why are you going for more? You're up 10, you're up 6, you're up 7. I think it's great. You're pushing on. You're telling the team you want more. You want to see more. You want more energy. Push on. And like I said, in the CONCACAF division, you're not playing too many high-end teams. You gotta show a message. You gotta get the goals for up. And not only that, you want to bond. And I think you gotta push on. Like, you're not getting many games in the CONCACAF division, and you gotta get that chemistry. And you got to really push on. I think it was fantastic to hear what Herdman was doing. Yes, we won 11-0. It was fantastic. But Herdman, I think, has evolved this team to another level. Brought in the likes of Ricardo Ferreira, Frank Sturring. I never heard about him before. And he looked fantastic besides with Ricardo Ferreira in the back. And you saw Sven Vittoria in the back. Like, we went from Canada not having a single quality center back where I was nervous. And when we were getting attacked. And now you got the likes of Ricardo Ferreira, who, for me, yes, we were playing Cayman Islands, is a number one starter for us now. He's playing the Portuguese First Division. He looked fantastic. A lot of pace. He's still 27, 28. Many years left in the tank for him for Canada, and he still has a fantastic Canadian national team career ahead of him. And you had Frank Sturring, who's only 23. Never heard of this guy in my personal opinion. Playing for FC Den Bosch in the Dutch second division. Looked fantastic. Him and Ricardo Ferreira, first game together, both debutants. Both very pacey. Yes, it's Cayman Islands. They still got some pace. Both very fast. I saw Sturring and Ricardo Ferreira. And quality from both these guys. Yes, it's Cayman Islands, but still, they put out a great performance. Frank Sturring was very fast. He's only 23, playing the second division Holland. He could still move on, move to the Dutch first division. And you also got Stephen Vittoria, who's playing for Moreirense FC, I think, in the Portuguese First Division. He's looked quality. He's still 32, still experienced. He can still play besides your likes of Ferreira, Sturring. And you still have Cornelius playing for the U23s for Canada. He looks fast, playing for Vancouver. He could come up. He could go to Europe. I mean, in my likes, I think he should be in Europe. He looks fantastic. And likes other players on the pitch. You had Richie Larea, and I saw rumors today that Atiba Hutchinson was actually mentioning him to Besiktas, that they should go out and sign him, and he's a fantastic bowler, and I agree with Atiba Hutchinson to getting him in there. There's no concrete offer from Besiktas yet, but they are heavily interested, and it sounds like Besiktas are going to go in for the Toronto FC fullback, the right back, Richie Larea, and I think this is perfect for the 26-year-old right back to go abroad. Turkey's a fantastic league. Besiktas is a Champions League club, a Europa League club, always winning that league and always up top in that division. And it'd be great. You got a couple fellow Canadians over there already, and it's great for Atiba Hutchinson to throw his name in the mix. Like, we finally got a good back line with Davies if he can play at left back instead of up front. Then you got Vittoria, Cornelius, Sturring, and Ferreira. Fantastic. And then you have Richie Larea. Great. And I really want to highlight here Theo Corbianu. I've never heard of this kid personally. Yes, I'm a Canadian fan, but I'm not saying this alone. A lot of Canadian fans probably never heard of him in their personal opinions. All about Davies. And you thought Teo Corbiano, I think he's 6'1", 6 foot. Man looked built. He's huge, fantastic presence in the box. I was watching the Cayman Islands game. He should have had 2 goals. I mean, he hit the crossbar. It was a beautiful shot from outside the box, quite a ways away. Struck the post. He was ting. Oh, beautiful strike. Teo Corbiano is playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers U23s. He's also registered with the first team, and he's been getting some goals, getting some assists. Yes, it's U23s, but he's still in Europe, still playing in the Premier League U23 side. A lot of experience, great for him. He's looking fantastic, only 18. Hopefully he can break into the first team or go somewhere championship-like, get some first team games and keep playing constantly because he looks like a great prospect, and I'm excited to see more of him in the Canadian national team because he looks great, and I'm excited to see what he's got. You had Stefan Estacio. He looks great. Defensive midfielder playing in Portugal too. He's still very young, which I like from this Canadian team. We're all very young. Lots of players playing abroad. You got US getting talked about all the time because they got some bigger names. But I don't know why we're not talking about this Canadian team. Very young, very talented. A lot of players playing abroad, which is great to see. And you got the likes of, Jonathan David wasn't able to come. John Herdman said there were some personal issues in the back, but he said we'll see Jonathan David in the near future, and there's no need to worry. He'll be back, which is fantastic. Jonathan David's going to be a top striker in Europe. You can see the quality he has, lots of pace, fantastic in front of goal, and he never misses his chances. And then you have Liam Miller playing for Charlton Athletic. I think he's 19, 20, 21, around that age. He's getting a lot of starts for Charlton. He's playing quite a bit. He was playing with Liverpool. He might be on loan to Charlton. It might be a permanent transfer. I'm not sure. But he's been playing fantastic for them. He's a great talent too. And you have Kyle Larin at Besiktas. He's bagging goals in. He's doing the same for Canada. He had a hat-trick against Bermuda. Great game that was for him. He played well. In the second game, I can't remember how many minutes he got, or did he play? I can't remember. We scored too many goals. Remember what he actually did or not? And yeah, Kyle, look up top right now for Canada. You got Junior Hoylett playing for Cardiff, Kyle Larin and Besiktas playing for a top club. Kyle Larin's very young. Hoylett's very experienced, very older player. Liam Miller, very young, very talented attacking player. Alphonso Davies, we all know who Alphonso Davies is. No one has to talk about Fonzie anymore. He's fantastic. You have. Who else was I mentioning? Teo Corbiano, he's a fantastic prospect. So you're looking up front, Teo Corbiano, Junior Hoylett, Jonathan David, Kyle Larin, Liam Miller, Alphonso Davies, and you still have Lucas Cavallini, who's looked fantastic, and he should earn himself a move abroad or go back in Mexico, because playing for Vancouver Whitecaps, you're not going to cut it. I'll talk about them in another episode of my previews of MLS teams. But yeah, I think this Canadian team needs to be talked about more, and even you got Samuel Piette, who's played in midfield, he looked well. Red Star Belgrade goalie Milan Boyan. He's 34. He's getting up there in age, but you still got Maxime Crépeau, who's looked good behind him. And our U23 goalie looked very good when we played against Mexico the other day. He kept us in the game. It should have been a way higher score, and he really nailed it down, and I'm glad for this Canadian team. And I think we need to be talked about Canada as not as much as US, but we need to be talked about as a young upcoming national team, and we look fantastic. Yes, it's Cayman Islands, but we're going places, and we got a lot of attacking talent and actually a back line that can compete, and in my opinion is better than the USA's. Yep, I said it. Our back line is better than USA's, and watch when we beat them again, just like we did last year. Thanks everybody. That's my second episode talking about Canada. I know we don't got too many Canadian YouTube national team guys out there. I want to be the first. I want to make a stand for the Canadian boys out there and get some action going. I'll talk about this Canadian team quite a bit more, and more MLS, Liga MX, and a lot of football to come. Like I said, episode every day. I'll try my best. Can't wait to make some more, and can't wait to see what we got in the future. See you, everyone.